Ever notice how some people can go through heartbreak, stress, or emotional moments with a completely straight face, while others start tearing up almost instantly? Maybe that's you. You cry during emotional movies. You tear up when someone opens up to you. You get overwhelmed during arguments, stressful moments, or even acts of kindness. And chances are, at some point, someone has told you, you're too sensitive. It's not that serious. Why do you cry so easily? But psychology says something important most people completely misunderstand. Crying easily is not a sign of weakness. It's usually a sign that your emotional system feels things more deeply and reacts more intensely than average. Some people simply experience emotions at a much higher volume. Psychologists call this emotional sensitivity. Certain people naturally process emotional experiences more strongly than others. It's not attention-seeking. It's not being dramatic. It's just how their nervous system is wired. And neuroscience actually supports this. The amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing emotional reactions, tends to be more active in highly sensitive people. That means when something sad, stressful, beautiful, or emotionally meaningful happens, their brain sends stronger emotional signals through the body. So sometimes, the tears come before they even realize what they're feeling. They're not choosing to cry. Their body is reacting honestly. And for many people, this sensitivity goes even deeper than biology. If you grew up in an environment where emotions were unpredictable, intense, or emotionally unsafe, your nervous system may have learned to stay hyper-aware all the time. You learned to read moods quickly. You learned to notice changes in tone. You learned to sense tension before anyone said a word. Over time, your body became trained to respond strongly to emotional shifts. That's not weakness. That's conditioning. In everyday life, this can look like tearing up when someone talks about their pain, crying when you feel emotionally overwhelmed, or getting deeply affected by music, memories, stories, or certain conversations. And honestly, people who cry easily are often some of the most emotionally aware people in the room. They notice energy shifts others miss. They pick up on emotions quickly. They feel empathy deeply, sometimes so deeply that other people's emotions start feeling like their own. That can be exhausting, but it's also part of what makes them emotionally connected to the world around them. And here's something most people never talk about. Crying is actually one of the body's natural ways of regulating stress. Research shows that emotional tears help lower stress hormones and calm the nervous system. In other words, when you cry, your body is not falling apart. It's trying to recover. It's a release, a reset button, a way for the nervous system to let go of emotional pressure. But society tends to reward people who appear emotionally detached. People who can hide pain easily are often seen as strong, while people who openly feel emotions are labeled too emotional. So naturally, sensitive people start feeling embarrassed about how deeply they feel. They apologize for crying. They try to hold everything in. They force themselves to seem tougher than they really are. But not everyone is built to shut emotions off. Some people are simply wired to feel life more intensely. And that isn't a flaw. In a world where so many people numb themselves emotionally, the ability to still feel deeply is actually rare. So if you cry easily, it doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're weak. And it definitely doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your heart and nervous system respond to life differently. And honestly, the ability to feel deeply in a world that often feels emotionally disconnected might be one of the most human things about you.